Hey students, today I'd like to show you how to draw Glinda from Wicked with her tall crown, soft curls, and flowing gown. We'll keep the steps simple so she's easy to recognize without feeling too overwhelming to draw. Grab a pencil and let's bring Glinda to life. Hi, my name's Kathy and I've been teaching kids how to draw for over 20 years now. My favorite thing to do is to show students that when you take things one step at a time, learning how to draw just might be easier than you think. The only supplies you need for this project are a sheet of drawing paper, a pencil, a thin black marker, and some colored pencils. Be sure to check the description below for a link to a free step-by-step tutorial. Now, I've already added center pencil guidelines on my paper. They're also on all of my tutorials, and I think they really do help you fill and use the whole sheet of paper. Let's begin by drawing Glinda's face. I'm going to start by making marks to plan how wide it's going to be and where the chin is going to go, and then I'll connect those marks with a curved line on one side and the same kind of line on the other. Let's close that face shape now with a hairline on top, like this, with a side part. Next, we can plan the eyes. I'm starting with dots so that I know they'll be the same size, and then connect them with a curved line on top and a curved line underneath. Let's add the inside with a large circle that's touching the top of the eye and has a smaller circle inside. When one side is done, then do the same thing on the other. The eyebrows and nose can be some simple curved lines like this. Then we can finish up with her mouth. I usually start with a line in the middle and add the lip line above and the lip line below. Now, Glinda's crown is pretty delicate looking, but we can make a nice one just by using circles. In fact, I'm going to start with an oval in the middle of her head and add a circle above, and then a circle on the right and the left, and go back and forth like this until I have the tall shape that I'm looking for. It's something that looks like a crown. When the crown is done, then add ears on the side of Glinda's head with a small circle earring on both sides, and then a line for the sides of her hair. Now we can move on to drawing her neck and the curved shoulders. When one side is done, then draw the other side. The bodice of her dress is made from what looks like petal shapes to me, so draw the curves that overlap in the front, and then draw the sides of that bodice, and finish with a curved line for her waist. The top of her skirt also has some petal-looking shapes, so let's draw the shape on the left side, which is in front, and then the petal shape on the right, which is underneath. Now, Glinda's skirt is made from really pretty flowing shapes, but here's a way to simplify them. Let's start with two lines on the right side that are angling out a little bit, and then they're connected at the bottom with a kind of stretched out S shape. After one side is done, then we need to do the flipped version of that on the other side. So begin with those angled lines and then connect them with a backward looking S shape this time. To finish those front fold shapes, just add the lines like I'm doing here, and then a curved line for the kind of skirt underneath. The rest of her skirt is made from two layers like this, so let's draw that middle one by adding it to the right side and a matching one on the left side, and then finishing it off with the side on the right and the curved hem shape and the line on the left and the curved hem shape there too. Now we can move on to the arms. Let's start with the left one. I like to draw the top half of the arm first, and then the elbow shape gets a little wider and it gets skinnier at the wrist and has a simple hand. The right arm can be pretty much drawn the same way by the lines at the top half, and then it's bent for the bottom half of the arm, and then her hand is turned up a little bit. The wand can be made from 2 lines for the stick part. I'm going to erase the inside lines just so I don't trace them by accident. Add a circle at the top, and then lots of little radiating lines coming out from it. All right, now that her body is drawn, we can add the rest of her hair. I'm going to add a wavy hairline on one side and the same on the other. So our pencil drawing is all done, and now we can get out that thin black marker and carefully trace over all those lines. I recommend going slowly because we have lots of little small shapes here. After the tracing is done, I find it always helps to take a moment to erase pencil lines that might still be showing. I usually have a few, even on my drawings. Now here's what I did to make my crown look a little more swirly. I took that thin black marker and added some tiny little swirl lines inside each one of those circles. All right, now those colored pencils can come out, and I'm going to begin with a light peach for Glinda's skin and a pretty pink color for her dress. I'm going to begin by making everything a medium shade of pink, so I'm using just even pressure everywhere. And then I'll come back to look for folds where I think there might be some shadows and press extra hard with the pink there to make a kind of darker shade. Now she just needs some golden yellow for her hair and blue for her eyes. Okay, now you've learned how to draw Glinda, complete with her crown, curls, and elegant dress. You know, drawing full figures like this is always great practice for getting better at bodies, clothing, and poses, so feel free to try her again or design your own version. If you enjoyed this lesson, then hop over to my website, Art Projects for Kids, where you'll find more fun drawing tutorials like how to draw Snow White and how to draw Jasmine. I hope you check them out too, and most of all, I hope you keep on drawing.